Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Boys to Be Boys in Her. This week's episode is titled The Double Standard. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. As always, enjoy the show. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Boys to Be Boys, minus the her. Jordan, what we got going on, bro?
Welcome back to the OG couch. You know what I'm saying? Things may look a little different, but it's because we fired everybody. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't working, so everybody had to go.
April Fool's type shit. No, that's not what's going on, y'all. Y'all just stuck with us this week, big bro. What's going on with you? How was your week, bro?
Oh, my week was good, man. I can't complain, I went to work. Everything was pretty good at work. Everything chilling. People was happy to see me come back, you know. Feel good to have some love, some energy.
Feels good to have a reason to get up to every day, not just staying in the crib, go back to work, just.
You're taking things a little too far, bro.
Well, that's what's up, bro. Nah, my week was Gucci though. I mean, you ain't asked, but I'm gonna just tell the people because
Oh,
I know
my
the people
my
want
fault,
to
my
hear.
fault,
I know
Brody.
the
How
people.
was your
I'm
week?
here for the people. I appreciate it, big bro.
How was your
Feels
week?
good to be loved, like you just said. I need to feel the same love. But nah, my week was solid, bro. That UConn shit was crazy. The UConn Duke game, that shit was crazy. I was up watching that. Week was a little hectic.
I'm a UNC fan, so that was pretty like really great for me to see
That
to
that was
see
the
it ending
time.
like that.
That was the time. My boy,
Yeah, shout
get
out to
well soon.
Tom,
Duke
friend of the
fan.
pod, friend of the pod.
But aside from that, we had the Yankees. Oh, Yankees opening day. Shout out to them boys today. They up big right now. But aside from that, my week was calm. I feel like I get like in a better mood once I know spring is like coming. The weather was like real Gucci this week, so it started to actually feel like I could be like outside. Like the sun's on my face. Pause. That sounds crazy, but like I'm outside. Like the sun is like it feels good to be. I got a cocoa with cherry at work. Like I was like, it felt like summertime. Like summer in New York City, bro.
Mangoes.
Low key undefeated. Like people chill in the city, but in the summertime when the weather's nice in New York City, it's like there's no place I'd rather be. Low key.
Nah, for sure. Especially you talking about spring boy. I'm a spring boy, you know. Like I said, big Aries energy always. So, this time for me is just, ready to shake, ready to
Appreciate
go.
birthday boy on the way,
Yes,
birthday
yes,
loading.
yes.
Yeah, it just feels good, but we can get into it. We're gonna start the pod. Hey, Brittany, Delilah, and we missed y'all this week, but we're gonna try and do our thing and try and be Kobe and Shaq and shit to this episode, y'all.
For sure.
You
I
know what
mean,
I'm
more
saying?
like LeBron and D Wade.
Whatever you want to call it, but I'm LeBron. You could be Wade for obvious
Oh,
reasons.
I mean, I guess.
But speaking of two goats and speaking of some goats that we got in the city said work 7, we're gonna start with Jordan's goat. We're gonna start with Kanye. Out of nowhere, surprisingly dropped the Bully album, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you start off. Lead the way, but what you thought of the tape?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That Bully album is a good project to me. The production levels is 10 out of 10. Like, I think at this point in Kanye's career, especially with all he's done as a producer, if you're not saying he's the best producer of all time, you got to say at least top 3, because just the way he's able to elevate sounds and stuff like that, just with whether it be samples or just the way he executed his voice or another person's voice on the track, it's just undefeated. I don't see anybody in the game doing better.
I mean, it's like you was trying to be a spokesman for Kanye. You didn't really get into the album. Like, I got no problem getting into it, bro. Like, I didn't. I don't even think I put it in the chat. I might have saw it first.
Mhm.
I know I woke up and I saw it and I was like, oh shit. I didn't want to play it right away because some albums when they drop, you want to hear it sometimes in the car just to make sure like, does it have that like replay value? Like, if I can play it
Mhm.
in the car, I know I can like it in my crib. Sometimes, like depending on the artist. But so when I got in the whip and I started playing it, well, it's so some songs was hitting and some like it. This I think Kanye's also in a different sphere where like some of these albums, I mean, some of these songs are stadium songs.
For sure.
Like some of them songs
Production
are like
songs.
they're legit. They like, oh, okay, like I saw the vision. Like you want to play this in SoFi.
For
Like
sure.
you want to shut down SoFi to this. Like you want to
Mhm.
go in these different stadiums. When you go on your stadium tours, that's what these songs are for. And some, bro, like if I had to go out of 1 out of 10, bro, I'll probably give it a 6, maybe a 7. Like I don't. I think he's missing some goats on the album. Like the main goat being, I think Pusha was missed on this album. I don't think the bars on this album are where they should be. And we all like it's no secret. We know Pusha writes for Kanye. He did Runaway. He did a few albums a few songs on the Donda album too.
Shout out Saha too.
Yeah, I mean the writers give the like Kanye. Like I have no problem with Kanye having writers. Like I don't. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like he's a musical genius. So at this point, it is what it is. But I think that his voice also didn't sound like the same on this album. Like I felt like it was like I think it still needs to be mixed and mastered even more. I feel like
Mhm.
he's in the past, he's going and did like add-ons to albums. I'm not sure if he's gonna do that on this one, but I do think that this album to me, one, it doesn't have replay value. I'll put it that way. So it does not have replay value to me. But I do think some songs. I think it was the fourth track. I forgot the name of that John. Give me 1 second. But it wasn't even that John.
The fourth one? That's or do you mean the one with him and Travis?
Nah, not the him one with him and Travis.
Are you talking about what is it, Power
Oh
Drop?
no, it's called All the Love with him and Andre Troutman.
Oh, okay, that one's pretty good.
Yeah,
That one's
that
pretty
joint's a
good. Yeah.
banger. There's some songs on there that I was like, oh, I see the vision.
Mhm.
I could rock with it. But overall, like I don't think the album was. I think like the way the album was marketed was this is the new Kanye's back. Like when they had him and the boy from Cali, the Hit Boy,
Mhm.
not Hit Boy, Big Boy in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
He has a morning show out in L.A. He went to Kanye's like little listening part ever, and they showed him listening to a clip, and he was like his head was bumping, and everybody was like, oh shit, like it's Kanye
Mhm.
back.
But
Then I
that
heard Bully, and I was like,
But that's what I think. I think it's more so they're saying Kanye's back as in like the sound, like I said, with the production value. Because the production on this is amazing through all the tracks. Whether or not you feel the lyrics are as strong as they need to be, I feel like at this point in Kanye's career, he's trying to focus on bouncing back with the people, especially because like as we all know, he's been very controversial off of like the music aspect or even on the music aspect where he's been talking about some stuff that people really haven't been wanting to hear. So I think with this time he just stuck to the basics, giving you that like now he is devout in his faith as being a Christian, but he's
he said that.
also
He said that.
yeah, I mean all of these songs are like Christian based songs
No,
for real.
like it has like the church, like it has the
Yeah,
church feel. Like
and
I
I feel like
definitely has
that's what
that.
he wanted to give you. He wanted to give you something that's basic that everybody's gonna grasp. He's not like, oh, I'm coming in and I'm trying to step on people lyrically, or I'm trying to like attack other people and what's going on. It's more so just get people to understand and feel the music, good vibes. Everybody gonna be able to move to this. Everybody gonna be able to understand where he's coming from. Everybody sonically. I feel like sonically that's what he wanted. He wanted to grab everybody sonically to be able to understand and feel the music. And I
So,
feel like that's what they're
so you
saying when they
think he
say
did
he's
that?
back.
You think he did that on the stage?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he's definitely done that because I feel like I said, I feel like he took a step back on trying to be lyrical just to make people understand and feel the music.
I mean, Kanye was never seen as lyrical to me, bro. Like he was never
Nah,
that.
he's tripping backpack days, backpack days.
I mean, he hasn't been backpack Kanye in a decade and a half,
No,
bro.
I know,
So, but like,
but
when you talking about like with the last project he had with, he had the writers, he had Pusha and all these other guys. I think that element of this album was missing. To me, like I felt like this was like a not like a demo album, but like this is like it felt short. Like I said, there's no replay value. Some of the production on some of the on some of the songs are phenomenal. The way he's able to flip certain songs, like oh shit, like maybe he is back to an extent. Like he's in there. Like you heard some of these songs, like okay, like you do reminisce. Like say okay, like oh Kanye is in here like somewhere. But then you hear some songs it's like yo, bro, like I felt like Kanye is such a collaborative artist. Like he collabs well with so many different artists. I felt like with just him, like I felt like he was missing his all of us are not on the pod right now. We're still missing our rest of our team, right? I feel like Kanye was still missing some of his teammates on this album. Like I feel like he still could have used something else. Like something was missing. I'm not trying to discredit the people who did put the album together. Like it's not easy to make an album, but I do feel like something was like this. Something was missing, bro.
oh yeah, I understand what you mean. It definitely was like a different feel. Like to me, I guess like to me, I'm also in a space right now where energy to me is everything. So just the fact that it could be good vibes and good energy, that right there made the album really good for me. Like I'm not saying that this is a perfect project, but I rated like somewhere around an 8,
That eight
an
is
8 out of 10.
fucking high as hell, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. To me, the lyrics definitely did take a step back, but just the production and the energy that the album is giving me, I like the feel of that. It's a feel good album to me. It's a feel good album.
Yeah, eight is like
It's a feel good album to
eight
me.
is like not Twisted Dark Fantasy. Like
No, you tripping. That's a 10 out
that's a
of 10
10.
album. That's a
Okay,
10 out of 10.
so you telling me this album is two on the scale of 1 to 10 is two grades below? That's
Yeah,
insane,
but 2 grades below that's a lot. Like that's a lot to me.
bro.
It's hard for you to get above an 8 for me.
Like bro, I'm gonna just break this down in something we both understand.
Okay.
If you bag a 10
Okay.
And the number scale is subjective, so bear with me, y'all. It
Mhm.
is subjective. But if you bag a 10, I bag an 8.
Mhm.
What's the difference between a 10 and an 8?
It's a big difference.
It's
Because
not a
because
big
my
difference
because
between
my
a 10
scale
and an
my
8.
scale of what a 10 is,
There's
like
not a big difference between a 10
I'm gonna
and
be
an 8.
honest with you. I still in my life I have never met a 10.
Bro, clip that.
I've never met a 10.
Yo, bro, on my mama, you lying for the
I've
cloud
met a
right
lot. No,
now.
I've met a lot of 8s, but I've never met a 10.
Yo, be honest.
I swear, on my scale, I've never met a 10. That's
Yo,
honest.
bro.
Honest. I've never met a 10 in my
Yo,
life.
my God. You're definitely lying.
No, I swear. I
So-
swear. Because like for me, I also scale things differently, right? Because like I scale things based off of where you are too. Like
That's
a
fine.
New York City 8 is not the same 8 that you get in like Pennsylvania or something like that.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, bro.
I'm just saying I scale my thing, my my scale's a little bit different.
If you,
It's hard to get to
I
a
don't mean to
10.
digress. Hold on. I get like a 5 and a 7. This like people shit on 7s. Like there's nothing wrong with
No,
wife
there's
and a
nothing.
7.
No, there's
Nothing wrong with wife and a 5.
There's some 6.5s are good.
I don't know
6.5s
about the
are
half
good,
scales, but
bro.
if you get
a 6, then let's say a 6. A 6 is good.
to
There's
me,
a lot of women that are 6s that think they're like 9.
right, but to me, the only difference between an 8 and a 10 might be she might have like a big nose, or like she might wear a size 12 in feet, like
I mean,
in
but
shoes,
to
like,
me, a 10 is perfection, and I've never met like a woman like I don't even think I'm a 10. Well, no, let's not say that. But I don't think I've ever met a 10. Like a
I
woman
can
who's
name
perfect.
like 5 on top of my head.
Who's
I'll
perfect?
give you one. Oh, Thames, you're a 10.
Thames is not a 10.
Thames is
Thames is not a 10.
10. Thames is a 10.
Thames is not a 10.
If you look like that,
we
and
love
sing
you,
like
Tim.
that,
We love you,
Thames is a
Tim.
10.
We love you, but Tim's not a 10.
Thames is a 10.
Okay, she's a 10 for you.
Yeah, but
So that's what I'm saying. So it's subjective.
It
Like
is
my
subjective,
scale is different
100%,
from yours.
but you can't tell me never in your life have you met a 10. Like
I've
that's
never met a 10.
crazy. I bet you met a 1.
No,
my
I don't think I've ever met a 1. A 1 is crazy.
A 1 is realistic.
To put a woman at 1, that's crazy.
Bro, you never seen some
That's
girls
crazy.
go in the club with
You see, he's out here doing this to you women. I would
I'm
never.
not degrading
I would
nobody.
never.
Like, bro, I got friends that I know I won. Some dudes I'm like, yo, bro, this is crazy.
1 is crazy though.
Bro,
One-
if you go outside in a friend circle, like if it's a known thing, like especially a woman, like they'll have a circle. There's always the baddie ones and the ones that they got great credit score.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
That's the best way to put
and
it.
them, I would be like, all right, she's probably like a 5'4", but not a
Grading
1. Not a
scale is
1. A 1 is
crazy.
crazy. A 1 is crazy. 1 is
Bro,
crazy. Like it take a lot for you to gain those points for me, and I'm just saying, no.
so what makes
no
someone
woman,
a 10?
So what? She would have to be perfect. I've never met a woman who's just completely perfect.
In what way though?
I mean, I scale it with not only with her looks, but it's also her mindset as well.
Okay, but how do you get there?
It's like I'm saying,
Like
it's
what
the
does she have
combination
to,
of
what
both.
does her mindset have to be for you to say, oh, she's a 10?
Well, it's a maturity thing, how she thinks. Like for me, I'm also attracted to intelligence as well. So it's all of that. It's all of that to equal to 10 for me.
You tell me in your life you never met somebody that's intelligent.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you never met nobody who has looks.
yeah. But what I'm saying
None
is,
of that
what I'm saying is,
combined
what I'm
to
saying
a
is
10.
like let's say she's like a 4 or 5 in looks.
No, I'm
But
not.
her,
You
but
can't
her,
go from a-
but her
you can't-
intelligence.
you can't
No,
jump five-
no.
you
I'm
can't
not.
jump 5
I'm
points
not
in the
saying you
scale.
jumping 5 points. But I'm saying, but her intelligence is off the charts. That could move her up to a 6, 6.5, maybe even a 7. I'm just saying.
Oh, you tripping. Nah, you tripping. Let's get back on track. 'Cause you tripping. You losing me right there.
But no, but look, I do got something for you, right? So the makeshift project, right?
Shout out to that pod.
Shout out to
Very
that pod.
entertaining pod,
Yes, for sure. They did like
Those two white guys, no ball.
they did like a search on ChatGPT for the top 25 artists of all time, right? And they had Kanye at number 23. So I just wanted to read off the 22 artists in front of him and just see what you think. You could just do it yes or
And
no.
this is like all time, like
all
not
time,
just
all
hip-hop,
time, like just artists, and it's like a compilation of everything. So it's not just sales or awards and stuff like that. All right. So just yes or no, what you think? So
Yeah, no.
number 1, we got the Beatles.
whatever. Sure.
All right. Number 2, we got Michael Jackson.
Fair. I mean,
All right.
hold this one. There's no way. How the fuck are the Beatles ahead of Michael Jackson?
That's another thing. I don't understand that. I don't. But look,
Go ahead,
Chat GBT, you be bugging sometimes.
That's crazy.
All right. The third one, Elvis Presley. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Number 4, we got Bob Dylan.
No.
Don't think Bob Dylan's better either. Number 5, we got Queen.
No.
Number 6, Madonna. Hell no.
Nah, that's close. Madonna's
Madonna?
Madonna's still lit to this day, bro.
No, she is. But do you think she a better artist than Kanye?
Off Impact, she might beat you. I mean, that's fair. Like, go ahead. That's fair.
Number 7, they got Prince.
No.
Wait, so Madonna is a shaky, but
No,
but
I'm
Prince is
saying
a
like
no?
Kanye's not better than Prince.
Oh,
Yeah.
so your no means he's not better.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the Rolling Stones.
I wasn't alive for them boys, but
All
they
right.
they have crazy impact. I'm gonna
All
say
right.
no.
We got number 9, Stevie Wonder.
No.
All right. Aretha Franklin at 10.
No.
You don't think Kanye
No.
better than Aretha?
Go down the list.
Okay. Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
Yes.
Tupac.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
David Bowie.
Yes.
Beyonce.
Ah.
It's no way you telling me that he is better than Whitney Houston, but he's not better than Beyonce, gang.
Because Beyonce has you put into like Whitney's not like Whitney vocally she has like Beyonce,
Superiority.
yeah. So that's almost that's all she has. She has the songwriting, but Beyonce puts on the show, bro. Like you take that into account with everything that you're saying and impact.
But artistry in general,
that
bro?
goes into being an artist, bro.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna take
acting over Beyonce, everything,
I'm
gang.
gonna take Beyonce over Kanye.
All right, we could agree to disagree on that one. We got Nirvana.
Yes.
All right, Eminem.
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
U2.
Who?
U2.
Those motherfuckers I got on
I
my
got on the iPhone. Yeah. We don't even know how the hell they got on, but it's just like, yeah, they got a contract with us, so you forced to take them.
Till this day, that was one of the craziest things Apple did in my life.
And you could not delete them. You couldn't delete them.
I'll be on shuffle bumping and whatever. Then U2 song. I couldn't even name a U2 song, but that shit was crazy. I'm absolutely not.
All right, but it's fair to say that majority of those artists that was on there, you saying Kanye a better artist?
No, I mean, like, I don't shit on like generational impact. Like Kanye is one. Like he's on the Mount Rushmore. When you talk about like overall artists in hip hop, he's up there. Like you can't, especially for my generation. And we're talking about the people in the past. Like it gets murky at some point, becomes subjective in what you like. But sonically, like you were saying, you hear some of these songs like Power and Through the Wire. Some of these songs that you hear, bro, you can't.
It's undeniable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like you can't fake the funk on that John. You know what I'm saying. So I do see that, but I do think when you're talking about them, bro, I just think the album did slightly fall short on my expectation.
All right, before we move on to the next one, I do want to talk about for a little bit. Tory Lanez just released the album Slutty Bass.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, he been wanting to talk Tory for the
Lanez
longest.
just released Slutty Bass, and I'm not gonna lie to you, but something that was recorded on the prison phone to come with those 808s and that 80s sound, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm addicted to that 80s sound, man. Like from Alone at Prom to this, oh my gosh, like I'm just gonna keep reiterating. Sonically, they're giving me what I want to hear. This is feel good music. You could dance to it. You could vibe to it. It's gonna make the ladies move. He got a birthday song on there where he talking about ladies backing it up on you for the birthday. You know we're always gonna prove of that.
I'm gonna just let y'all know Tory Lanez was not on our script of things to talk about
it
today.
was
He
not,
had to put it out
but it's
there.
okay.
But speaking about prison, we got the great segue. But speaking about prison, this nigga going to jail again.
Who's going to jail now?
So if y'all city, as we're one down, the city said what segment? We're gonna talk about Pooh Shiesty and what he did to Gucci, man. I think when you talk about like dumbest criminals, I think he gotta be up there. You went one down your list of top 20 dumbest criminals, it might be Pooh Shiesty might be up there. So for those who don't know what Pooh Shiesty did, and for those who don't know who Pooh Shiesty is, which I'm pretty sure know who Shiesty is, but he got the one big song is "Get It Back in Blood." That's his song. If you don't know who that, but if you don't know what that song is, then I don't know. But Pooh Shiesty, that's his biggest hit, arguably. And so recently, over the weekend, Pooh Shiesty, well, not over the weekend, this was yesterday or the day before that, but it might have been yesterday, 2 days ago, right? Pooh Shiesty was arrested by the feds for, I don't want to say allegedly because he ain't found guilty yet, but this video and everything else of what he did. Gucci Man, he held Gucci Man basically hostage at the Gucci's record label with him, Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty's dad. And Pooh Shiesty basically said, yo, I went out of my contract, put out an AK-47 on Gucci Man. And
took the diamonds out of his ear.
Yeah, and they stripped him down and basically said, yo, I went out of my contract, signed his contract. He didn't, Gucci Man basically says that this is not how shit gets done. He signs the contract. Shit, that's crazy.
I just want to say, like,
the shit that was crazy was he's saying that after Gucci signed the contract, Gucci Mane allegedly didn't date it, and Pooh Shiesty passes the contract over to his dad, and his dad then looks at the contract and says, "Oh wait, he didn't date this shit." And then his dad makes sure Gucci Mane puts a date on it. Yo, this shit is you
and
can't
it's
make
just
this shit
so
up.
crazy because, like, first off, this is not with NWA,
I mean, you
NWO.
don't gotta
Like,
go that
you are
far.
not Ice Cube, my boy.
You can even go as far as I mean, he's not the locks either
No.
because they did that with Diddy.
And not only that, but in today's day and age, a judge will easily void whatever signing because under duress. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
That's just like, bro, on so many levels, bro. Like, well, and I can understand you might being a
Stupidity in
fan of
today's
your
day and age.
contract or the contract you signed, or you might be like, yo, you getting robbed, and which does happen in his defense. Might be happening. We don't know how much money he could have been getting ripped off from Gucci Mane. That could be possible, 100%. I'm not saying that's not happening, but you can't also strong arm a dude menacing with a with a with a with a AK and think you get out of a contract and that's gonna work. And not think the feds are gonna be after that. Like, yeah, even if Gucci Mane saying he didn't snitch, even if he said he didn't, well, this is a public. This is a you went inside a. This was not done in the back alley,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
People saw there. If you look at the affidavits, people saw what you were doing. They asked that there was a cop that was working there, and someone told him, "Yo, go upstairs. I think there's someone's menacing somebody with a gun." Like this, like this is not made up. Like this is crazy.
And it's just like what expectations did you have with this situation where you were going to blast Gucci and say, "Oh, he's supposed to be this street dude, so he's not supposed to snitch"? First off, he is far removed from the streets. I don't think
that's also
anybody
true.
even today would think that Gucci is a street dude
That's
anymore.
a fact. Yeah, that's a
Far
fact.
removed.
That him and Walker thing.
Yeah,
is
like
it's a decade ago at this
you
point.
know what I'm saying? Like, he's a businessman and he's in his office when you're doing this. So to even think that you would just get away with it and just go to social media like, "Oh, he's snitching," come on.
Well, like not only that, like I ain't even trying to throw his like condition up, but Gucci has like schizophrenia. Like I ain't fucking nobody with schizophrenia with a gun, bro. Like that's just crazy. Like there's so much wrong with this story, and I don't know if Pooh Shiesty. I mean, like I said, Gucci basically said, "Yo, this ain't how it's done," and Pooh Shiesty said, "I don't." Basically said, "Yo, I don't give.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Like this is what I'm doing. Like I'm a gangster." Yo, bro. Like there's no. You're a fool.
100%, especially after you literally just got out of jail.
He's wearing an ankle monitor.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you can't make it up.
And then you trying to fight the allegations that you're like not an informant and working with the feds, but then you do something that literally, if you get like, if he doesn't go back to jail for a situation like this, it's nobody in the world that's not gonna believe he's not working with the feds.
Oh, you mean because to get out of
Yeah,
this case.
to get out of this,
I mean,
walking with an AK, like it'd be different if it's just like alleged. We don't got no proof, but we got video proof. So if you manage to get out of something like this, they gonna know you working with the feds.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because it could easily be like Gucci could end up just being like not a compliant witness.
That's true, but what DA is gonna turn that down? This is a celebrity case. Ain't no DA gonna turn that down. They'll press charges for Gucci.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's true too. I just think that, bro, like when you talk about like artists that do dumb things, bro,
Top of the list.
like, and I don't even heard of the other rapper, Big 30. I never heard of him. You know who that is?
Nah, but I think Big 30 is that his dad?
No, this was Gucci's artist. No, Big 30.
Oh, Big 30 was also with them trying to.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Like, yo, you get out to yours, I'm getting out of mine too.
I think it was something like that because allegedly that there was if I get this, I want to get the story correct. I believe it also was if Big 30 is not Gucci's artist, there was another artist named Scar who passed away who was under Gucci's like label, and Pooh Shiesty felt like he was also being done dirty in his deal also. So there's a lot that's going into this, but this also happened in Texas. Like Texas don't play about nothing when it comes to these type of crimes. You know what I'm saying? So this is
I think the big thing too.
Insane.
I think the big thing too is like when you're a young artist, you just have to like be well aware with these contracts you signing. No contract you signing with no label, especially if it's under an artist, is it going to be a favorable deal for you. You're not going to make the money that you think it is. You're always going to owe them money back. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm this like big knowledgeable guy, but I know one thing that they always say is when you're that guy, they're going to find you. And
I mean, I don't
you
think
should
that's
use
always the case either.
no. But I'm saying like there's some artists that are really good, but like when you're the guy, like when labels are coming to you and they're like, yo, we want to sign you because we're gonna make money off you. You're gonna make money. Sometimes you should take that into account and be like, yo, they found me and they think I'm this already, and I already got a following. Maybe I don't need the label route. Maybe I could go the independent route and I'm not going to make as much money, but I'm going to be able to be free to do what I want to do compared to like these people holding my money up, or they'll give me $10 million and then I owe them that 10 million, but I didn't even make 10 million off my damn music.
I think every artist is different. I think there's plenty of artists that I've come across and known, and they're to be super talented, but then also like it's not easy to blow up. You're always chasing that one, and I think sometimes you can find a, a form of you need the resources. Like you get the resources behind you with the label that you have a chance to blow up. And I think sometimes they make that decision. And in this decision, Pooh Shiesty thought he was making that decision, and clearly that wasn't the case because you don't do this if you're making money and doing what you're supposed to do. You only do this if you think you're getting robbed or someone's not if they're not put the label's not behind you backing you think the way they should be. And in this situation, Pooh Shiesty clearly felt a way to do this, but well, A does not have to equal B. Like just because you feel like you're being shortchanged, whatever the case
Mhm.
may be, they're playing with you. You don't do nothing like this because now what's the outcome? You're not gonna make now you damn sure you're not gonna make no money.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it goes back to just like stand on your decisions. You decided to sign that contract.
That's a
You
fact.
signed that contract for certain percentages, and if you're not getting that back, it's obviously because whatever way you thought you was going to be finessing to get the money, you're not doing it properly. So stand on your decisions. You
Yeah,
made that decision. There's no need for you to be doing the rest of the stuff.
that's a fact. Now we're gonna switch segments to we're gonna talk about a segment. Speaking of artists that has the label behind them, this is one of the biggest artists in the country right now, arguably, and that's Chris Brown. So we talked about this. That
When the rich
this
want
before the
you,
last pod. We was talking about if what she said. What she said? If Cardi put me on stage without a cop to dance, or if
these
Tim
girls
something
ain't loyal. Yeah.
put me on. I'm familiar who asked the question.
Yeah. Britt asked you if Tim's pulled you on stage, is you accepting a lap
Exactly, and I
dance?
said no. If my girl is there,
And I told, like, she gonna have to hold that
well,
L.
someone had to hold that L this week, and it's the shorty that was at the recent Chris Brown concert was
Mm,
seen
mm, mm.
making. I don't want to say making out, but they
Nah,
exchanged a
nah, nah.
kiss.
She threw the tongue in there.
It-
She
it-
threw the tongue in there.
I, I,
That's considered making out.
at the concert, and the cameras. Shout out to these cameramen. Don't be getting up. Shout out to the cameraman who knew what section she came from and panned to the right
And found the
and
husband.
found the
Found the
found
husband.
the husband, bro.
They knew
Shout out to the
exactly where
cameraman.
to find the husband.
And that boy's heart was in his chest.
Yeah, like you
Was-
knew it was a disappointment because of the shake of the head. Like you know when you shake your head and you just like, yo, I can't believe like the audacity. The audacity. And I understand because we all have those things when you're in a relationship and you like, yo, I'll let you get the pass for that one person. But I know damn sure he ain't think that Chris Brown was gonna be
was gonna actually call
pulling
her.
his wife on stage.
Granted, she's a baddie. She's a beautiful
Nah,
woman.
nah,
I've seen the
she
pages
was
on Instagram.
definitely
She's
beautiful.
baddie, but bro, this is like what we talked about last week, and this is why I said fans to call me up there. You don't put yourself in that type of situation like that because this is nothing like following your ex on Instagram. This is not nowhere near the same.
Mm-mm.
This is when you put yourself in a situation where you know your emotions and everything is gonna get the best of you in that spirit because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for her.
For sure.
Like
And
if you're actually a married, and it's not just her, but if you're actually a married woman who's like devoted to a man, but you just Chris Brown is just your celebrity crush,
Mhm.
which we all have celebrity crush. You know what I'm saying? And you never think that he's gonna call me up there. Like you may say it's gonna be me, but deep down you're
Mhm.
like nah, like there's no. And then when you actually do get called, this is why some people say you have to say no because when stuff like this happens. Like people try to
Mhm.
bash Chris Brown. Oh, why does he even do that at his shows? That boy is an entertainer.
And you know
Let
what?
him entertain.
And you know what? Before this actual clip, it was a lot of people that thought that this was actually fake, that he doesn't actually kiss them because the way they pan off the cameras and stuff like that, or the angles that he hits, you don't really know if he's actually making out with the girl.
Right, it
So
just
the
seems like they
fact,
face to face and
yeah, and the fact that this one, you actually see the clip, and she like, you can see her
yo,
initiate
you
the
see
tongue.
her.
You can see her
She don't even
initiate
look
the
over
tongue.
to a man
That's what
over
I'm
there.
saying.
She in that heat of the moment. She don't even look over to the
Mhm.
where old boy sitting at.
Mhm. And to do that in front of your husband, that's where the disrespect comes into play.
I mean,
Because like if he's not at the show, don't
It's
get me
just
wrong,
as bad.
it's still no, it's still bad. It's still bad. But to me, I feel like to be in the building and have to witness that, to be in the building and have to witness that is way worse than seeing that shit online.
I think either way, I'll be hurt either way,
No,
bro.
no, I think
Like I
I'm
think
saying
like
I'll be hurt,
I
but
think it makes it even worse if it's in person. She taking the cab home. If I'm watching it for the first time online, I'm packing my bags and leaving. I think either way, like there's a conversation that's gonna be had. It's gonna be a difficult
no, yeah,
conversation.
divorce
But
divorce lawyer on speed dial.
I don't want to take it that
Nah,
far at
divorce lawyer
first.
on
But
speed dial, bro. How you recovering from that?
I mean, this goes into a different conversation. We eventually get there in the pop, but even to touch on it real quick, though, I think people forgive people for cheating all the time.
That's true.
Like
That's
they
true.
do it, and I think women might. I think it's split. Men cheat, women cheat. I don't think there's one more than the other, especially in our line of work. Like we see, is
Mhm.
like I've seen it enough to know it's split right down the middle. But I do think the difference between accepting or forgiving or trying to rekindle with a cheater is the fact that, especially for guys, is this is seen. This went viral.
That's what I'm saying.
Homeboy is gonna be flaming your bro. You can't take her back.
OD.
Yo, bro, like yo, what
And not only
yo,
that,
if
but
he
it
wasn't there,
happened
she
in
would have
front
slid
of
him his number and took you back to the
yeah.
hotel. Like it's always magnified worse when the outside people are in on your
In your
relationship because
yeah.
it's not private. Now this is on Center Street. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's clear as day what happened.
And then not only that, but you gotta think about it. Not only did it happen in front of you, but it happened so easy. It didn't take no effort.
I mean,
So you thinking about it
can't be
like
mad because that
that?
boy got motion,
No,
bro.
no, he do got motion. But just imagine now she want to go out with her friends and there's other dudes with motion. You not there. That's going to eat at you. And I'm not saying that you got to be like super insecure to where you can't trust her anymore. But I'm just saying that those thoughts may slip into his head again after this situation.
I mean, I think that it's two separate things because of course the trust factor is definitely gonna be gone. But when you go to some of these concerts, like the Usher concert, we talked about before on the podcast, it's a
Mhm.
known thing what Usher is gonna do. That's why I think you have to have these conversations with your lady. Like, yo, because you up there, I don't feel comfortable with you going. Instead, like,
Mhm.
like I put you this way. Well, they was front row. If he paid for those tickets, he paid. You feel what I'm
Couple
saying? He
thou,
paid. He
couple
paid some.
thou out.
If he dropped, you know what I'm saying? Even if she paid for it, it don't make a difference because you're married. Like it doesn't make a difference if you pay for it or he
Mhm.
paid for it. But you gotta have these conversations, and you like you said, this has been going on for a long time with Chris Brown, so you know what's gonna happen if you get called on that stage,
Mhm.
and you might think, okay, at best he might thrust on my girl or
Mhm.
nibble on her ear, something a little. I might be uncomfortable, but
But
he's
that's
putting on.
nothing too
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it'll be a conversation. You'll be salty, whatever. I think, but eventually you'll be like, all right, whatever. One on make it now is like the act is over with. Now the lines are clearly been crossed. There's no gray area behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So how do you like?
That's what I'm saying. And to me, I just see like I just see it a little worse because like it didn't look like Chris Brown really initiated it too much. Like he was there, yes, so
Oh,
you
I
knew
see what
you
you're
knew
saying.
what
You're
he was
saying like
saying.
he was.
But
You think he's gonna keep it PG-13?
I feel like it was a chance he could have kept it PG, or just like if he got in close, it was gonna be one of those like, I'm not gonna go too far. But the fact that she was just like, nah, come here,
Come here type
threw the
shit.
tongue in his
Yeah,
mouth. Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That's where
Nah, you're right.
it got a little,
Yeah, no, 100%.
I
That's where
don't
it's
know.
like, it's yeah, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you just eat that? Like, how do you take that L as the man?
I, I, love make you do crazy things, big bro. Like I
That's
don't know.
true.
Like I.
That's true.
So if that happens, you think you're leaving your girl if she does that?
I,
Be honest with
I
a pod, bro.
I think if we being honest, like yeah, I think yeah, and it would be hard because the love is there, but I don't know if I'd be able to recover from that. And it's not even just like I said, I don't even think it's just like a in your ego or insecure type of thing, but it's just like yo, it's just the way it happened to me because it was just like fast. I'm right there, so there was like no level of respect, and it's just like I understand that's Chris Brown, but
I'm your man.
exactly. I feel like you should feel like my motion is just as good as Chris. I'm
So to
just
tell you,
saying.
bro, it's not.
Nah, I'm tripping. Well, he's tripping because my motion is definitely there. CB ain't got nothing on me.
I think when you break this down and look at it, bro, I think that it's I, if this is your wife, I don't think a divorce is going to be imminent. I think it's something you might have to try and work through at first because I think you're married. If this is a regular relationship, yeah,
Mhm,
I'm out the door. But if you guys are actually married,
mhm,
then I think something you might have to try and work out. And I'm not it's not to say it's gonna work out
mhm.
because it's always gonna be there, bro. And like, bro, there's so many layers to that. Like the family, like my mom got to see that. Like my mom be talking to me crazy, blowing up my line.
And moms sometimes
What?
they already be like
I
weary
really didn't
about
like her
that.
to
You know what
begin
I'm
with.
saying?
That what,
Exactly.
bro? That shit
Exactly.
crazy
You
now,
know.
John. So I don't know. It's murky. It's murky. Now speaking of moms and family members, we seen this in the comments before on other podcasts, and it kind of sparked our idea of when is it too much, or when do you say no to lending family members or friends money? What is actually the boundary do you have to set up?
You said what?
You
What
didn't
was
hear
that
nothing I
last?
said
No,
just
no,
now,
no,
bro?
no. I heard the first part. But what was that last part you said?
Do you have to set a boundary?
Do I have to set a boundary? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably the worst person you should ask for this, because if you ask anybody that's close to me, they know when it comes to like lending friends or family money. Uh, sometimes I'm real bad because I will I will give my last, and like sometimes it don't even like it's no limit to exceed. Not saying that y'all should try to hit me up for no money because we ain't got it like that. But I'm just saying like also I'm a very giving person when it comes to that. So sometimes I will give if you need it, just because I want to see my people doing good. You know what I'm saying? So if they need it, I'm definitely gonna look out. And I'm not even the type of person to be like, yo, for that 1,000 you borrow
So you're
from
not
me. That
expecting it back.
not that I'm not expecting it back, because I do expect it back.
That's where the boundary
If you
comes in. So
yeah,
is it
if
that's what
you
I'm saying.
tell
So
me if you tell me that you going like that you're borrowing it, and you're gonna give it back, especially if you give a date that you're gonna give it back, I'm expecting it then.
then there you
But
go.
I'm
That's the
also
boundary.
not pressing like, yo, you told me you was gonna give me this then. Like, there have been times where I just like, a person told me they was gonna give me something back. They either never gave it back, or like that date come and they ain't give it back that date, and you waiting for the money and stuff like that. So sometimes I
So
am
you're
bad
taking
with
the
that.
L.
Yeah. I take a lot of L's. I'm
But do
not
you
gonna lie.
also? But this is why I think it plays into a fact of when you break it down. It's like, okay, yo, bro, you mind if I hold $50?
Mm.
I get back to you in a couple of days. I don't got that. All right, bro, yeah, whatever. Couple of days come up, perfect. You don't hear from them. Like I said, I'm not the type either to text you, but then now if it goes on like a week and a half and I still don't hear nothing from you, like people know when they owe you money.
Mhm.
Like there's no
100%.
like people know when they owe
The
you money.
conversations start to change too.
Yeah,
They won't hit you up
yeah,
as much,
you
stuff
feel
like
what I'm
that. Yeah.
saying? And yeah, bro, this is yo. You ever had someone ask you for money, bro, and then you give it to them, and you see them in the club that same night?
Yo. Now I don't know about the club the same night, but you definitely out to eat at restaurants and stuff
Nigga,
like that. And that's the thing. It be burning me. I'll be like, yo, I should say something. But then I'm also not the type of person to say something
but I
like
gave
that.
it to you
So
off the strength. I
yes, off
thought
the
you
strip,
really
like,
needed it. That you
yeah.
might like. You feel what I'm saying? I thought you behind on the bill or whatever the case may be, and then I
Hmm.
see you out. Oh man. So I think what it comes down to is that if you're in a situation where someone asks you for money and they don't pay you back the first time, the second time they come asking around, because that's what happens. They ask you
Hmm.
once, I thought they're gonna ask you again.
They did. They definitely gonna
Like
ask you again.
that's how, especially if they think we fucking got it.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like I see. Here's the thing: we've been voted the most two toxic dudes on the podcast by the listeners.
Don't know why.
Don't know how.
Don't know
All
how.
we do is tell the truth.
The truth is set you free.
Bro, you can't keep asking me for money
100%.
unless you my mom or like my sister. You cannot keep asking me for money because eventually I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Like
You
I
mean
think
like
the
without
boundary.
without paying you back, or
Yeah,
just
no,
in
they
general?
without paying me
Oh,
back.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
my
okay.
mom's, I don't never see my mom's really pay me back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
mom Deuce don't
Yeah,
never pay back.
but my mom doesn't not type to even ask me either. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like, and I, you know me, like I tell the pod, I tell whoever, I'm frugal with mine.
Frugal
Like
as a mug.
I ain't even on, I don't got nothing to hide with nobody. If I pay, I got no problem for paying for certain things, and then certain things like, yo, bro, like
Mm,
I would have had my crib furnished by Family Dollar if it fucking would last. Feel what I'm saying?
mhm.
So with certain shit, I just be like, yo, bro, like I just said, yo, if someone asks for money, but then I see him out on the gram or something, I'm like, yo, bro, all right, see now, like, nah,
Like
bro,
you playing with my emotions,
yeah, man,
Smokey.
yeah, like that's crazy. And they pay, then you take forever to pay them back. Like, yo, bro, like we can't be doing
Mhm.
that, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think also like the amount of money also, like at least for me, that's where it's going to really like lay down the foundation for how we gonna move moving forward. Because if it's like $50, like most of
Nah,
the
you're
time,
not,
I'm
but
just I'm
like
just gonna
that's
be like,
something
hey,
you
it's
you
it's
don't stress.
whatever,
You like,
it's
it's
whatever.
whatever.
It start reaching like the 350,
I
five
think
hundred
I think
range.
the
I'll be like,
threshold is
all
to be
right.
honest is 250. Once
But
you
I mean,
pass
yeah,
250, it's
250.
like, all
It
right,
might just be like, all right, Brody, you told me you was gonna give me that joint back. Now I might have to set a little boundaries. You might ask, and next time I might have it, but I might be like, I ain't got it,
or
bro.
like so if someone always pays you, yo, let me hold 250. Yeah, I get back to you next week. Next week comes, are you asking where's the money?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna just directly ask you. I'm gonna wait to because like you said, you already know you owe me bread. So you if you give me the money, like everything's smooth, everything cool. But like sometimes I do give you like I'll give people a couple extra days or like even a week because like sometimes situations happen. You might have needed it then when I loaned it to you, but then now when you expected to pay me back, now your car just broke down. You needed the bread, so like you know what I'm saying. So I give you some time to realize like you owe me, and like don't get me wrong, like I have certain people that they know they'll come to me because they know I'm not gonna be that person that's
To
gonna
throw it in
pressure
their
them,
face,
yeah, to throw
yeah.
it in their face, like yo, I gave you this, I gave you that, or like be pressing them for the bread, so they'll come to me and ask me, which is why I said I'm like one of the worst people to ask this
But
question
I
to.
think but that's what I'm saying with creating the boundary because I think there's nothing wrong with telling somebody after you give them they give you a deadline of a week. They don't pay you in a week. Then 2 or 3 weeks later go by. I think there's nothing wrong with saying, "Yo, bro, like you said you owed me this. Like, all right,
Mhm,
where's that?" I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
mhm,
I think it's like an unspoken rule because as adults, if you know you're not gonna pay me back on time, hit my line. But yo, bro, I know I owed you this. Blah blah blah. Like now you can't run away from an uncomfortable conversation because,
mhm,
like I tell my kids sometimes, like if you need something from me, my kid had no problem asking me or whatever. So you
mhm,
had no problem asking me for the money, but now that you got to pay me back, it's yo, I've been meaning to text you X, Y, and Z. Like yo, bro, stop playing, big bro. Like
mhm.
what are we really doing, bro?
I mean, I feel like it also kind of depends on the dynamic of your relationship too. Cause like me, I'm not the type of person. I don't really go around asking people for money.
That's it.
Like
You
like it's,
definitely
it's
not.
only specific people that I know for a fact that I ask them for money. Why? Because the same thing. They not gonna throw it in my face if I need to give it back a little bit later, or they not gonna be like, "Yo, I loaned you this, I loaned you that." So like, I do have a friend that like sometimes that friend borrows money from me, or I borrow money from them, and like, we'll be like, "All right, I'll pay you back on this day." If you don't get the money back on that day, it's not that the person just not trying to pay you back, but it's just like either it really did slip their mind, or they just like, "Yo, I know he gonna ask me for bread," like right then. So we just
Just
passing it
gonna debit,
almost like a susu, just
right?
passing that joint back.
Passing that buck, right?
So like I do have like a couple friends where we do stuff like that, and I do have a couple friends that'll look out like, "Yo, you in a tight bond, I got you." But me personally, I always make sure if I borrow something from somebody, I don't like having debts. So if I borrow something from somebody, whatever date I said I was gonna give it to you, you get that shit early in the morning,
Right.
or be like, "Yo, my check dropped at 4 o'clock. I got you."
Sure, I respect that. I respect that. So speaking of that, we're gonna shift to the Yo That's Crazy segment, and this segment is kind of packed out. We got a lot for y'all, a lot to unpack. We're gonna start off with the biggest thing that's trending on right now in the NBA, and that's the Jaden Ivey comments that was recently said. Let me get the quote exactly. So Jaden Ivey seems like he's been unraveling over the last, I guess you'll say a
Unraveling
few
is
days
kind of
because
an understatement.
he was on IG live for I think 2 separate days for like over like 5 plus hours, like just talking about the law. That's an apple
Mhm.
pie.
Yeah, and
So no, let me just
you
read the
know
quote
it
real
gets
quick, bro.
bad.
He said the recent quotes that people are suggesting that got him waived is
Mhm,
the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? But they proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, "Come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness." They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. It's unrighteous. So he said this, and he has this account's over 250,000 followers.
mhm.
And he said this, and shortly after that, he was cut. Now there's so many ways to go and discuss this, and even in our group chat, they were saying that he got cut because of the comments he made. But I'm gonna reserve my opinion for you to go first. Let me know what you think.
Alright. Yeah, so first off, it's better ways to go about this situation, especially because then you start mentioning players like Stephen Curry. You start singling out players and stuff like that, saying that they're not righteous because they don't do certain things as a Christian. You don't have to do all of that. Another thing, you end up losing your wife and your family for this situation because you just feel so devout as a Christian that you just feel like everything that you feel is unholy and unrighteous needs to be said. Your career was already starting to decline, my boy, because of the injuries and you not being able to get the same contracts that you was going to get as a healthy player. So, you want to run the risk of not only affecting your career, affecting your family, everybody that you care for and everybody that you take care of, but you want to start talking about like this has nothing to do with you. How people want to live their life or how the NBA wants to promote the people that live their life has nothing to do with you. God didn't specifically put people on this earth to say, "Oh, okay, this person is living unrighteous. You have to be the specific person to go tell them and do
Bro,
whatever actions to
according
them."
to him, that's the case.
I guess this man's a prophet.
According to him, it. So I'ma just like I said, I was reserving my opinion for that Jordan go first, and that's not because I'm siding with Jaden Ivey, but I don't think this is the reason why he was cut.
No,
Like that.
it's a
That's
combination
yeah.
of
That's what I'm
things.
saying. So that's what I didn't like was the narrative that was that he's homophobic and that's why he cut him. No, I can guarantee you if Kay Cunningham, who was on his team, said this, Kay would not be cut. Well, at one point was on the same team as
Of
him.
course
His
not.
former
He
teammate,
definitely he would be suspended, but not cut.
Josh Giddey, we all know what Josh Giddey was allegedly picked up and was allegedly doing. OKC let him go in Chicago, welcoming him in. You feel what I'm saying? So teams will tolerate you based on what
Your talent
your
is.
talent is. And people say, "Oh, that's unfair." Get a fucking helmet and go to work. Life is unfair. Like that's the bottom line. There's double standards in life, and you cannot run from it. That I remember, Bill Belichick used to say the famous joke with Bill Parcells, where Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator for the Giants, and he was like, "Yo, Lawrence Taylor was 15 minutes late," and Bill Parcells said, "How is he 15 minutes late? Why did you start the meeting?"
Exactly.
Like this,
100%.
you cannot put like there's double standards in life for a reason. People will tolerate you if you produce. There's
100%.
no ifs and buts about it. So I don't think this guy was cut because he's homophobic. I think he was cut because checking him, he was not producing. He was a menace in the locker room. According to multiple reports, were saying that he just was nobody wanted to work with him. And so then if you're doing this, yo, bro, get out of here,
No,
bro.
for
Like,
sure.
like you said, like you're not the juice is not worth the squeeze.
Exactly.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like you could say life is life is unfair.
Life is unfair.
Like it's well known that Mark Jackson was let go because they felt he was too religious.
Yeah,
and was
preaching in
trying
the
to
locker room
they
and all
felt
that
like he
other
was doing
stuff.
bro, if they don't want to hear that, they will pack you up. And there's nothing
Look at
wrong
Tim
with it.
Tebow. Tim Tebow.
I mean, Tim Tebow wasn't good enough. But
No, but what I'm saying is, right, so Tim Tebow was good enough to win your team a playoff game, like a big playoff game. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you telling me he's good enough for you to start him at quarterback, win a big playoff game, and then now he's not good enough to even be on the team anymore.
a
But it's the
distraction.
religion thing. Yeah, nobody wants to deal with religion when it's the same thing like schools, how they don't want to put religion in schools. The reason they don't want to put religion in sports too much because in football everybody prays and all that other stuff. NBA, a lot of people pray. You'll see the prayer circles and stuff like that. But it's when it becomes too holier than thou. You're better than other people because you're a Christian.
I mean, you going around the locker room telling that people are unrighteous is insane.
It's
This is the report that he's
insane.
doing. So it's like, yeah, I don't. I think that eventually he became like, yo, bro, you're just not.
It's not worth it.
They're not saying you can't play in the NBA again. They're just saying you're not gonna play on our team.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Because
another
it's
team
not that
might
he's
give you a
not
chance.
talented.
No,
Because he's
exactly.
actually really a talented player. But it's like you haven't been healthy, so you're not able to produce as much as
they
you need.
said that. They said the report was that he went to the trainer and said, "Yo, I'm fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with my knee." And they was like, "I think we should get an MRI." And Jaden Ivey said, "The Lord told me my knee was fine." And they did an MRI, and they was like, "Yo, bro,
Mental health is important. And I just would like to say that when it comes to situations like this, you should get checked out. Because especially him being like, there was a point where he even stated before that there might have been situations where he was feeling depressed and stuff like that. You got it. Mental health is important. Everybody has to get checked out.
that boy Jaden Ivey was on something." So
That's crazy. The Lord said my knee is fine.
that's what he said in the
The
MRI.
Lord said my knee is fine.
Yo, your knee shit fucked up, big boy. What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm just saying, like, as a person that had knee injuries, I would pray to God all the time and be like, yo, make this right. But that don't mean it's
That's
gonna
right.
be good.
You feel what I'm saying? So that shit was crazy. But I digress. We're gonna get into another depressing topic. What's happening in Maryland, not too far away from Chicago. I mean, actually, I'm bugging. That is type of a deep flight. But anyway, here in Maryland, crazy story. I don't know if you guys saw. Lady was getting some work done on her crib. Did you see this, Jordan?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
she was
did.
getting some work done on her crib and was like, "All right, I'm gonna go find me some 6 migrants to fix my roof." Finds the 6 migrants to fix the crib, Jordan.
I think everybody knows what she looks like.
Yeah, invoice comes. The bill is 10K. She said, "Yo, I got something better. I'm gonna call Ice on these
cool.
Johns."
Oh my
Ice
gosh.
came and packed them up, and she tried to skip out on the $10,000 bill. Jordan, please give us your thoughts.
I mean, I feel like everybody thinking the same thing here. Like I'm pretty sure people, like I said, people know what she looked like. But at the end of the day, like that's just foul business work because you got people out here trying to, like live their life and gain opportunities that they won't be able to receive in other places that they come from. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be America, land of the free, home of the brave, and it's supposed to be like a big melting pot of all different cultures, religions, and everything coming together to succeed at one goal of just like living a prosperous life. And the fact that you feel like people don't belong here, but at one time people probably were saying the people that like your ancestors and stuff that came here don't belong here.
So
And that's the way you go about things, doing dirty practices like this, like hiring people that you already knew what they was coming with. So you didn't go specifically to a company that you knew had all workers that was properly documented and stuff like that. You knew what it was when you brought them in here, and your intentions from the beginning was to hire them to skip out on the bill. Crazy.
so the young lady's name is gonna be Karen Trevino. She's the one who,
Karen.
yeah, right? She is the she was also later arrested for extortion, which is great.
Really?
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
I didn't know that
Yeah, they
part.
did arrest her,
Shout
and
out to
she's
whoever arrested her.
and she's also she claimed that her family was facing death threats and everything else under the sun. Well, it takes a special human. That I think is one. I don't agree with the
With the
tactics
death
of
threats
it.
and
You're
stuff.
right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
but it takes a different human being to sit there and do that. Well,
Yeah,
because
to
like
devise a plan like that, that's
yeah,
crazy.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? And to skip on a $10,000 bill, it's well, then don't get the house fixed. So find there's other avenues you could explore before getting people. And however you feel about migrants, you can feel like some shouldn't be here, whatever X, Y, and Z. That's not really the conversation. This is just a sense of your moral compass and who
Hmm.
you are as an individual. And so if you do something like this, it just you just lack morals that I don't think anybody could truly align with because I don't think this makes you a valued American citizen doing something like this. Because if you would sit here and told me you have a plan to like you want to do a sting operation on migrants who are molesting kids. They have a pedophile ring. You know what they're
Hmm.
doing, but they're also contractors. We're gonna hire them to. We're gonna put an ad out and then we're gonna get them out. Something like that, or devise a real plan.
Hmm.
These guys are Guatemalan. These 6 Guatemalans are just sitting here trying to fix it, get a job done on your roof, taking a chance. You went to exploit because you knew they was at Home Depot. You you
Hmm.
know, you were so methodical in the way you try to act, and it was so malicious that you can't expect anybody to get behind you. And
Hmm.
now you can't cry and say you're a victim
So
either
yeah,
because
you
that's
can't.
that's like insane. Now you're really just trying to double down on your privilege. Like, well, like
Mhm.
that's insane.
Double down on the privilege is
Yeah, like
crazy.
that's it's crazy. You're just trying to take you're truly exploiting people. And well, like some people, I just feel like that it doesn't get talked about enough. And I'm not even talking about just like racism or anything like that. Just some people just aren't just built with a code, bro.
Nah,
Like
for
they
sure.
just lack just a morality clause. Like they just
Hmm.
do not have it. Like at
Exactly.
some point, it just like it skipped them somehow, some way. Like I don't understand how like, it just
Nah,
skipped
for
them.
sure. Think about it like this, right? You're saying that you feel like these people don't belong here. So you feel like these people don't belong here, but I'm gonna use them real quick. I'm gonna use them, and then now they don't belong here.
Right? You feel what I'm saying?
Like
Like
that's
because
crazy.
you did my job. You did.
Hmm.
I needed something done. You did it. Like that's And the funny thing is, like, these people aren't, they're not now going to be released by ICE. Once you're detained by them, that's it. It's over. The job's done. They
Nah,
not
for sure.
let you know what I'm saying? This ain't like you getting released from Central Booking here in
Mm.
the Bronx. Like, that's it. You're cooked. You know what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of privilege, right? I just wanted to touch this topic real quick. So, what you call it? The NFL was pro day for Fernando Mendoza, right? And all of the reports out of that camp was he had an amazing pro day, and they all skipped the fact that just last year, when Shedeur Sanders was having his pro day, or when he was doing all of the press running and stuff like that, they made sure to bash him every step of the way with different articles about how he's tapping the ball before the throws. So that's not a quality release for NFL quarterbacks, or that will make it where he won't succeed in NFL. That's not the same rhetoric for Fernando Mendoza. What you think about that, my boy?
I mean, I think there's no denying the way they treated Sanders last year. He was definitely being blackballed. But I do think, to answer your question, I think Mendoza's a better prospect than Shedeur.
I mean, and I don't think that that's a bad thing because I'm not even saying that like Mendoza's not good, but I'm just talking about like the double standard. He's doing the exact same thing on every throw, and now it's not so big on slowing down a release, or it's not a big as big of an issue for all the teams out there for the media to be portraying to everybody. So it's
Right.
just like another double standard, doubling down on that standard, as you said.
Right. No, they definitely are, and I think there's nobody in, like, we all know the most valuable position in NFL is quarterback.
Mhm.
So, and there's not enough of them, good ones that is in the league. So I think the league was quick to try and hurdle the Sanders family and humble them the
Mhm.
best way they could. And the reports kept coming out, but there were people like Mel Kiper who was like, "Yo, bro, this guy's a first round pick. Like, I
Mhm.
can't believe he's slipping this far." So he had some people in his corner, but like you were saying, there were more people that were going against the grain and started to double down on what they felt was wrong with Shador.
Mhm.
But I do think that Shador and company, I don't want to say he put a lot of people wrong this year because the jury's still out on how good of a quarterback we think he truly would be. Like,
Mhm.
the jury is still up because not for nothing, the Browns don't have a real roster to even see what he could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do think that the narrative that they put on that man was beyond unfair. And like, I'm a Falcon fan, but we hired Jeff Ulbrich, who was the defensive coordinator, whose son made that call saying that to Shador, that, "Yo, we're about to pick you," or whatever.
Mhm.
And it was like the way that he was treated throughout that process is arguably one of the worst things I think I've ever seen within the NFL. That I've seen within the NFL to actually do. And I commend Shador because he didn't.
Professional.
Yeah, of that to the T. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't waver or he didn't do any of that. He just kept his head down. And as much as you want to shit on Dion for how him being too cocky or whatever, you can't say his kid is not professional because after all that, he didn't lash out or do anything
Mhm.
like that. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna play ball and prove you wrong." And so far, to an extent, he's made some mistakes, but he's proven, I think, some people wrong. But time will tell. I think that the Browns' biggest problem now is surrounding him with talent. But then I also just recently seen that Haslam, who owns the Browns, said he expects
Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson
Yeah,
to
to
start.
take over the starting
So
job, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, he just he's put in a position to fail.
Yeah, it's like it's a uphill battle for him the whole time, but, you know, biggest soldiers, he got that Sanders on his back,
I'm not gonna like
We ain't never gonna doubt nobody
I'm
with the
not.
Sanders on the back.
That's very true. So we're gonna switch over to our relationship segment. It's gonna be a little bit different now because we don't have two ladies here to kind of shift their own narrative, I guess you'll say.
Put the cape on for the ladies.
Right. So we're gonna switch to the first thing. So I feel like this is a real bold question though. Like, I
Okay.
don't feel like this is a woman's question. The women may do it too, but they'll let us know in the comments. All right, Big Bo. Do you tell your boys that they're messing with a slot? I don't want to say slot. That's a little derogatory. They're messing with someone who's been around.
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm real big on like, your decision on who you want to mess with is your decision. Now, granted, if we all know the reputation of the female before it gets to the point of like they locked in, then obviously we're gonna have a conversation about it, and we definitely going like chop it up about the whole situation, break it down. But at the same time, you're a grown man, so your decision is your decision. So I'm not going to just try to influence your decision by saying, "Oh, nah, don't do this, don't do that." But we gonna talk about it. What you think?
I'm gonna be honest for the pod.
Honesty is good.
First thing that you gotta say, if we know what does she look like?
All
Because
right, let's say
I think
let's say
that's
she's an 8, but she's an 8 for me, right? Which means she's probably like a 9.5 for you.
I ain't even gonna play those games with you. But if she's solid looking, if this is where, and ladies, please listen to me because I'm not lying. This plays a part because guys will often, and women do this too, but I know guys do it more because I'm a guy.
Mhm.
Guys will tolerate more if she looks better. There's no ifs and buts about it.
For sure.
And they will put some woman on the press like, "Yo, you too good to be X, Y, and Z." No woman is too good to be a hoe. They There's women who look good who do it. There are women who don't look good who do it. Same with men. It's vice versa. That has nothing to do with looks. Has nothing to do with your how promiscuous you are. That's the
Mhm.
best way to put it. So when you take that out of it, some of my boys I know, if they can't, they don't have the game to try and get a good girl. They don't. They're put up with a woman who's been around, and I can only say one time, yo, bro, such and such. I know such and such and such and such did that. But hey, if you don't care, yo, bro, that's like I can't. Like I didn't think, like you said, they grown man. Oh, I can only
Mm,
tell them. But if you my man's, like I'm gonna tell you, like yo, like
mm. I mean, that's true.
you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a like I have a I feel like as a it's like an unspoken rule. Like I have to tell you that yo, you've been with someone who's I personally know such and such has been with her.
Mm.
Now, and there's also a difference. Like, is a difference between yo, she was a jump off, or is there if it was like a relationship? Like, say if my boy
That's how
was in a
I look at
relationship
it
with my
differently.
boy was in a relationship with, let's say, a girl named Amanda. They
Mhm.
dated for like a year, and then my other boy Michael wants to date Amanda. Like, oh, boy, that's such and such. I don't know if you know her ex boyfriend, but her ex boyfriend was like my boy. They was cool. They whatever, they didn't work out. But now, if you telling me my boy Michael and my boy Robert are talking to this girl and she already smashed Robert, I'm like, yo, Michael, yo, just so you know, she been around the block, but not just because she fucked one guy, because she fucked multiple guys that I know. And she was always
Mm.
single. That's how she get down. I'm not saying she's a bad person for that. I'm just saying that I feel like it's your at some point it becomes your responsibility to tell your boy, yo, X, Y, and Z. Because here's my thing.
Mhm.
If I tell you this is their background, don't come to me a month later
And be like,
telling
yo,
me
bro, why you ain't tell me? Yeah, I feel you.
because
I feel you.
now I'm not the type of friend to say I told you so. I am the type of friend to say, yo, boy, you gotta make better decisions. Because I'm
Mhm.
gonna hold you accountable. Because if you know how something is, you can't sit there and not put a cape on and think you can change it.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I also look at the situation different. Because, like, to me, I would never label a female that unless it's like certain situations. Like me, if she's single and she's just having fun, I don't look at her like that.
That's no, no. I'm
Because
not
that
that.
because
I
I'm
do
not
want to
gonna look at
clarify that.
because I'm not gonna look at a man for doing that
That's
either.
I
You
know.
single, you doing what you do. I'm not looking at you like that. To me, it's more so like, yo, she was in a relationship with this person, but she slept with this person, and she slept with
That's why
that
I say
person, and
relationship.
that
Yeah,
person, and that
that's my
person.
point.
Wow, good things going
That's
on.
my point.
That's when I'm gonna be like, for like foregoing warning, bro. This is what she did when such and such, and it's gonna be the same thing with like my female friends. Like,
Oh no,
foregone,
this is not. That's what I say. This is
yeah.
not just women.
No, no, I know. I just want to say it
Men
for the
do it
pod so
too.
they don't think that we
We
just only
toxic,
talk
right?
about not just that, but just so that we're not specifically only talking about like the men's perspective. Because like my female friends is gonna be the same thing. If I have some information like, yo, he be dogging girls out, blah blah blah,
I
like
think women are even worse with that because I have like we was talking about this in the chat before about when you guys mentioned about uh if a guy does a girl wrong when she doesn't want a relationship, should the guy is it on him to stop talking to her? And I was like no, but I know women who would still deal with the guy who's already been honest with you and tell you that's not what they want, but then you get mad he's talking to somebody else. I'm like yo, bro. Or if I text like yo, I got a homegirl, she's messing with I ain't gonna say her name, but she's messing with some guy that she knows is doing him dirty. I texted the other day, "Yo, what you doing?" Blah blah blah. She's like, "Oh no, I'm on a trip." I go, that's what's up. Who doing like where you at? Oh, I'm with such and such. I say, yo,
I mean, but that's what basically what you just said. Like once you give them the warning, it's up to them. They grown ass people, so they can do what they want to
but
after the warning.
this is why I say as a friend, your only my limitations. I feel like as a friend, I'm warranted to tell you what I know. If I have information as your friend, I'm warranted. I have to tell you.
For sure,
I'm obligated as
for
your
sure.
friend to tell you, yo, such and such cheated on her man with such and such. If you now try and cuff her, it's a foregone conclusion.
There's a chance that she could be cheating on you with not such and
Not,
such,
but
but just
not. It's not always
anybody.
once a cheater, always a cheater. It depends.
Mhm.
But if I know you was with, if I know you're dating somebody, right, and you cheat on them with three different people, okay, like odds are you're a cheater because you're
Mhm.
not doing it with just one person that you're
Mhm.
just gonna leave my boy with and go be with this guy and live happily ever after.
Mhm.
If I know you're cheating on my boy with multiple different people, and then have a different guy who wants to come in that wants to date you, I'm gonna say, yo, bro, she's known to, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And if you just now, hey, if you tell me, yo, we doing our own thing, she do what she do, I do what I do, yo, bro, whatever, different strokes for
Live
different
your
folks.
life,
Live your life, my boy.
player.
But don't come to me a month later or 3 months down the line like, yo, bro, this chick did such and such. I'm like, yo, bro, like,
Don't even hit my line.
nah, I ain't gonna say that
No,
because
no,
I'm gonna
no,
let you
no, no.
vent.
It's don't hit my
Nah,
line.
you can't do
Cause
that,
I
bro.
no, cause I already told you.
Nah,
I
bro.
already told. Don't hit my line,
Nah,
bro.
I ain't gonna do
Not
that.
with that. You hit my line for something else.
Nah, you can
You
always
feel about something.
nah, you can
No,
vent to
no.
me, but I'm gonna tell you like, yo,
But
bro, if you sit at the table and you know the menu, and then you get mad at how the cook made the food, that is on you, my boy.
So what you listening for
They
then?
got to vent. People want to vent, bro. I
Yeah,
can't.
I understand that, but don't vent to me about
Nah,
a
I gotta
problem
let somebody
that I
vent.
warned you about, bro.
Nah, I
That's
mean,
like that's like me telling you, like, yo, watch the last step outside because it's faulty. The shit could trip, and then you go do it, and then you like, oh, bro, I didn't watch out for it. Oh, and then you want to complain that you just tripped and fell, bro. I don't want to hear it. I told you. I told
people
you.
like to vent, bro. You gotta let them vent. Like who am I to sit there and not listen to my boy? You're my friend. I have to listen to you.
That's true, and I am someone that people supposed to vent to, but bro, all right, you're right. I'm gonna let them vent, but the whole time I'm gonna be like,
Nah, that's two different things. I'm definitely gonna in my head be like this motherfucker don't listen. Like I try to tell him, oh no, I'm telling so many times. But this is why I say it also matters. Like yo, for some, there's a reason why privilege exists for men and women. Like it's like there's a reason
course.
why because you get away with more. Like we just said with Jaden Ivey, like if the juice is not worth the squeeze, they'll let you go.
100%.
But I'm telling you, if she's at 8 and she got that thing, she got a dump truck on that joint, and she do that thing you
And
like
that
when you
joint
with her.
fire.
You feel what I'm saying? You might,
I don't know about the cheating with like 3-4 guys though.
but but there's yo, bro, there's guys who do it. There's guys
no, there is. I ain't
we
like
call them simps.
100%.
That's why it exists. Like there's guys who do it. You know what I'm saying? So and there's women who take the guys back too. Like
Of course.
it's not mutually
More prevalent for
exclusive.
women to take them back. I don't know why.
I don't know, bro. I think there's guys low key.
No. There are guys, but I'm just saying, and they definitely not telling their friends.
That's
another thing.
They'll
They're not
keep
telling
that
their
on
friends.
the. They won't tell.
But I feel like a lot of I feel like I know. I guess because they saying it, but I feel like I know a lot of women that will take the man back.
I feel like at some point there's a line has to be drawn where if I have information, like I said, as your friend, I'm obligated to tell you. Now, what you do with that information, that's solely on you. But you just know, because I would hate for it to be a situation where if my boys have intel on something, I have intel, like my boys have information, they know
Mhm.
something, and they don't tell me, but then it comes back to bite me, and then my girl, whoever I'm messing with, say, "Oh, your boy knew this about me, he didn't tell you, bro."
Yeah, but then on the flip side, it's like I gave you the answers to the
But
test,
I know,
and
I'm saying if your boy didn't tell you,
oh, I mean, if he didn't tell me, I mean, I guess I would feel a type of way if she revealed it to me.
that's what I'm saying. If
If
it's really
on-
your boy, if it's
on
really
some
like somebody
shit,
like me and you type shit, like it's somebody
Mhm.
you really walk with, they don't be like, yo,
nah,
bro.
that's true. But like if it's on some shit like she dated the other person and you knew, and it wasn't revealed like that, but it was just like, oh, she dated this, so how you ain't know? I'm not really gonna feel no type of way towards you. But now if she come out like, yeah, he knew I did such and such and such, and he was like, he was right there, I'd be like, damn. And Jay ain't tell me.
That's what I'm saying. It's no bueno, bro. It's no bueno. Can't have it. All right, we're gonna shift over to our last topic on it real quick. So I was having this conversation with one of one of my homegirls, and the topic more so was how soon into a relationship do you reveal your baggage? Your baggage could be your college loans is a problem, or you owe this and that, or you have legal problems, or you got a toxic ex that's a stalker. Like how soon into the relationship do you reveal some information?
Well, I'm big about transparency. So like, well, at least when it comes to surface stuff, right? So like that kind of stuff to me is like surface. That's something that's like, out in the open. So like people can easily find out about it. So I'm out in the open with that. Like, I'll let you know like right away, let you know what you stepping your feet into if we're talking about relationship stuff. If we just in the talking stages, I don't gotta tell you shit. But like if we in a relationship or starting a relationship, then I'm going to definitely tell you about that kind of stuff. Like, yo, I had an ex who was a stalker. The situation is better now. Yeah, I haven't seen her
So
in
you
a
gonna tell about a
while.
stalker once y'all official?
What you mean?
You gonna wait till y'all officially tell that you got a stalker?
I mean, I don't know if I want to be with her before we trying to make it official.
I don't know. I think it's. I think like I
You
told.
saying talking stages? You
I
should do
mean, like
that.
I told my homegirl, I think it's all subjective. Like you
I mean,
can't be
yeah,
transparent
situation.
and
Everything's
say I'm gonna
situational.
wait till it's convenient to now tell her. Because
No, I'm saying everything's situational. Not saying that I would be opposed to tell her before we got into a relationship, but I'm just saying like ideally it would be around there because like if we just talking like casually going out on dates, like why I'm going to tell you about a stalker unless it's something that could come back and hurt you right away. Like if it's different if she's still stalking me, because then I gotta let you know like yo, you gotta watch out. There's just a chance like she crazy, she crazy, she following me, so I know she'll follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like or something like that. So it's like a situation like that, yeah. But like when it comes to like the deeper stuff, Now, I'm probably not gonna tell you unless, like, we gotta be in a situation where you making stuff comfortable for me to open up to you about that kind of stuff.
I think
Surface stuff, though,
I think
whatever.
it's all situational. I think some things should be said sooner than others. Like, for example, you shouldn't wait to tell me when I propose to be my fiance to tell me that you're $35,000 in debt. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You should know that when you
You feel
before
what I'm
you
saying?
decide to get on your
You feel
knee
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Right. So I think a lot of it is subjective, and like I was telling my homegirl, I think it really depends on who you value to be with. Because if you value certain things to be more important, for example, if you don't value the person's criminal record, they could have done 10 armed robberies and you might not care. And that's fine. But me on the other hand, I like to know who I'm around. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel like if she has had a stalker or any form of things that I could find I deem as harmful to myself,
Mhm.
even to herself, or if it's either financial problem.
Or if she's a stalker.
Right. For example, if she tells me, "Oh, I'm paying back my student loans. My student loans is 150,000." Yo, boy, that's a lot.
That is. I
That's a
mean,
lot. And that's not out of the ordinary to meet people who owe that much money in
no,
college.
for
You feel what I'm
sure.
saying? Or if she sits there and tells me, "Oh, hey, I'm having problems with the ex. He's a stalker. I'm out the door." Or if you should tell me, "Yo, I'm having what people love to come to me for because they know what I do for a living. Yo, I'm having this legal problem. What do you think I should do?" All right, I'm out the door. Because there's
Wait, would you
something.
out the door immediately if she just had a stalker?
Yeah, nah, I'm out.
Why?
Because like, yo, bro, people die over this shit.
That's true.
There's people like, and here's the thing about some people with stalkers because some people that same trait that you found to be sexy is what leads to them being a
Leads to them
stalker.
being a stalker sometimes, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that same, oh, he does this, or she does that. She's so crazy. I love it. That same thing. They continue to just push the envelope.
Mhm.
Like, oh, now don't get me wrong. There's some people who are just batshit
That just
crazy.
they
You
yeah,
know what
and
I'm
they
saying?
just
Like,
born like that.
they
They going
just say it
stalk.
is what they gon' stalk. You know. But there's some people that continue, or you breadcrumb them, or whatever the case, and it just leads to it just builds up. Now you tell me someone's like legit documented, like legit stalking you. I'm out the door because yo, bro, like he could be around the corner when we go out, and you like there's no like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's why when I tell people like some dudes be like, yo, I'm messing with this chick, she's married. I'm like, yo, bro, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Like, bro, we be in her crib too. I'm like, yo, bro, you're an idiot. Like people die over this shit for a reason.
mhm.
Like you will come home, he will see you in your drawers on his bed,
On his
and he's
bed?
probably paying the rent or paying the mortgage and this and that, and she thinks shit's sweet in your cook.
And everybody don't got the restraint to be like, "Oh, okay, this is what y'all doing. All right, let me just walk out the door, just pack your shit
It's the
and
reason
go."
why it's called crime of passion, bro. You feel what
100%.
I'm saying? So
100%.
I think it. I think it. I think I think we gotta value transparency, but I think sometimes transparency also does go out the door because people say or not say people have the fear of losing this person.
Yeah, losing it.
You
And
know what I'm
and
saying?
and that's like a fair thing to
A
say.
hundred
Like,
percent.
you know what I'm saying? Because like look at what you said. If she just had a stalker, you be going. Like to me, I don't think I would be like immediately going, but like I need to know like what's up with the stalking. When's the last time they did this? When's the
But
last
how do
time
you
this
really
happened?
know that? There's no there's some things like a stalker.
I mean, but typically
It could just
like
be like, you found out
stalkers
they was
don't.
stalking me last week, but he didn't stalk me for the last 2 days.
Mm.
Bitch, how do you
No,
know
no,
if
no.
he's a stalker?
No, but I mean,
That nigga could be in the
it's
bushes
not the
right
no, but it's not really the last 2 days. But it's just like stalkers in general, like there's like obviously there's some stalkers that take it past stalking. So I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying like sometimes it's just like a stalker. Like she agreed to go on a date with him, it didn't work out. She want to cut him off, but now he's just doing too much to try to still run into her and stuff like that. So if it's situations like that, a lot of the times once it's like really excommunicado, like they don't have no communication with you, eventually they start to phase on because they go find somebody else to stalk or they find like something else to keep them occupied. So like I know women that have gone through that, or like through my profession, I've worked with women that have gone through that. So I know that there are phases where that does just fade away eventually. So I'm not going to just completely write her off if she got a stalker, but it is going to make me like, yo, what's up? I gotta carry that thing with
now.
me, that
Nah,
blicky blicky.
yeah. I'm off the door, bro. I can't deal with the stress on my mental. But as we start to wrap things up, bro, let you get your final thoughts off. We're looking forward to this week.
um, I would say I'm looking forward to There's a lot of like April is just a great month for TV shows. A lot of things is getting released this month. It's like the start really of spring because this is the real start to spring. My birthday's coming up in April, so it's just this it's really good for me.
Just for the record, you said the same thing last week. Well, I'm just
It
saying.
don't matter. It's always the same energy during this time.
Oh, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it rip. Nah, I think it's dope because spring break is the second form of spring break is out. And Brittany, you worked with teachers before, Brittany and Jordan.
Brittany, bitch.
I'm gonna just say, bro, I got some teachers on close friends. They out there in the streets doing real crazy things because, like I said, the teachers and nurses are unloyal professions out here going
It's
crazy.
all right. Let the teachers
But,
and nurses
let-
pop that. Wait, but one thing before we go, what did you think about the season finale of
Paradise
Paradise?
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire, that joint's
For sure.
fire. But yeah, that's about it. This week's supposed to be brighten up for us. I think we did well. I think we did back to back. I think we did Kobe and Shaq John this episode.
Yeah, Kobe and Shaq, LeBron Wade. I'm really LeBron. Don't listen to this guy.
If anybody paints their nails on this show, it's definitely you, my boy. So you gotta take one of your ways.
I would never paint my nails. Don't listen to this guy. But yes, I'm really LeBron.
All right, y'all. That's our show for the week. Thanks for joining us. Hey, remember to like and subscribe to the pod. We'll be back next week, guys. Thanks for tapping in.